Okay, so today on Who Would Win, it is a battle between Loki, the God of Mischief, and Green Lantern, the Emerald Knight. This is going to be a very interesting battle to look at because Loki, I'm not sure who has the edge as far as overall power goes, because Loki, his power is internalized. He can keep going and going and going. However, Green Lantern, his ring runs on a power battery, and when that runs out, then he's powerless. So it kind of depends on also which Green Lantern it is, because there are thousands of them, from Hal to Kilowog to Guy and John. You get the idea. There's a lot of them. And also the Green Lanterns also have an oath which they have to recite in order to get more power, and it goes like this: in brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. With that being said, I would normally beat around the bush a little more and talk about their powers some more, but for the first time ever on this show, I have multiple screenshots to do in one show, so let's get to those screenshots so I can do those as quickly as I can. Okay, so this is the first Green Lantern. This one is Abin Sur, the man who died and Hal Jordan took his place. But anyway, let's get to this screenshot and read it. Loki has 10 points, Abin Sur has 9, so it's like Loki would beat him, but Abin Sur would still hold his own against him. But anyway, let's get to the power grid. Intelligence, that one goes to Loki. Strength, that one goes to Abin Sur. Speed, him as well. Which one's more durable? That edge goes to Loki. Power goes to, I think they're like even as far as power goes according to this. Combat goes to Abin Sur, I think. And now that that's done, let's get to strength. Loki is 66,000 pounds and Abin Sur is 660,000 pounds. So Abin Sur is definitely stronger with that ring. But anyway, the superpowers. Abin Sur, his powers are Lantern Power Ring, which means that with the ring he has a lot of abilities he can do, like creating objects, any object he wants, basically translating languages, flying at light speeds, stuff like that. Basically, with the Green Lantern ring, he can do anything as well as any other Green Lantern. But anyway, let's get to Loki's superpowers, and this I only intend to read one time since I only have to. His are longevity, he's durable, energy beams, flight, magic. He has portal, creation, psionic powers, shape-shifting. He also has stamina, super strength, and toxin and disease resistance. Alright, so that was Loki versus Abin Sur. Let me know who you think would win between those two. But anyway, let's get to the next Green Lantern. Okay, so this one is Loki versus Guy Gardner, and according to this, Loki would definitely beat him because Loki has 10 points, Guy Gardner has 7. But let's get to the power grid. Intelligence goes to Loki, strength goes to Guy, speed goes to Loki. Which one's more durable? That goes to him too. Power goes to Guy, and combat goes to him as well. Strength, Loki is, I already read his, so I don't need to read that again. Strength for Guy Gardner is 220,000 pounds. And like Abin Sur, he has the Lantern Power Ring as his superpowers. Okay, so that was a quick read through of Guy Gardner's superpowers, and let me know which one do you think would win between Loki and Guy Gardner. Now let's get to the next Green Lantern. Okay, so this one is Loki versus Kilowog, and according to this, Loki has 10 points, Kilowog has 13, so it's like Loki would definitely lose to Kilowog, but that's no surprise to me because Kilowog has trained a lot of Green Lanterns, including having a hand in training Hal Jordan. So the fact that he is good enough to train other Green Lanterns is saying something there. It's saying like he's almost like Hal Jordan, like as far as Green Lanterns go. But anyway, let's get to the power grid. Intelligence, that goes to Loki. Strength, that goes to Kilowog. Speed, that goes to him as well. Which one is more durable? That edge goes to Loki. Power goes to Kilowog, and combat goes to him as well. Strength for Kilowog is 660,000 pounds, and he has more superpowers than the other two, so let's read his. See, Kilowog is durable, he has endurance, healing factor, lantern power ring, super strength, telepathy, and underwater breathing, which I didn't know he had, but I guess that's useful to know. So anyway, tell me, who do you think would win between Loki versus Kilowog? And I am going to get to the next Green Lantern and keep this going. Okay, so this one is Loki versus John Stewart, who is an ex-Marine and an architect, so that will probably help him out because he is very tactical and everything. But anyway, Loki has 10 points, John has 7, so it's like Loki would definitely beat him. But let's get to the power grid. Intelligence, that one goes to Loki. Strength, that one goes to John. Speed, that one goes to Loki. Which one is more durable? That edge goes to Loki. Power goes to John, and combat goes to... Actually, I think it says they're even according to this, but they're like neck and neck, so it's hard to tell. Strength for John Stewart is 220,000 pounds, and he has Lantern Power Ring as his only superpowers as well. So that was John Stewart. Let me know who you think would win between Loki and John Stewart. Let's get to the next Green Lantern and keep this going. Alright, so this is the last Green Lantern that was on the site I used to take the screenshots from. It's Loki versus Hal Jordan, and I would have liked to have pitted Loki against Kyle Rayner, but Kyle wasn't there. But Hal, being the face of the Green Lantern Corps, he'd most likely be the Green Lantern they'd use if they were to pit Loki against Green Lantern. And also, since I have a bit of extra time on my hands, I'm going to talk about the Green Lantern's powers. The Green Lantern, the ring manipulates own energy based on the user's willpower, and the only real limitation as far as what a Green Lantern ring can do, from what I can tell, is the user's imagination. And also, the Green Lantern ring is so powerful that it rivals Thor's hammer, and that's saying something, that it can rival something that can summon a Twister. And also, another thing to look at is, what if it is Tom Hiddleston, you know, that guy who played Loki during the Thor film, hope I said his name right, against Ryan Reynolds, Hal Jordan. That's a very interesting matchup, because even though that Loki does get a lot more hardcore during the Avengers film, I can't judge based on that because that doesn't come out until May 2012, although I did see the trailer. And during the Thor film, he did have somewhat of a fight against Thor, but well, see, what happened there was he did fight Thor for a little while, but then Thor beat him. So I can't really judge his full fighting skill based on that. But Hal Jordan, during the Green Lantern film, he beat Parallax all by himself, and that's saying something because Sinestro with a bunch of other Green Lanterns couldn't do that. In fact, I believe Sinestro was the only one who walked away from that, but that's no surprise to me because Sinestro will be returning for the sequel as the main villain. Alright, so let's get to the screenshot. Loki has 10 points, Hal has 11, so it's like Hal would beat him, but Loki would still hold his own against him. Intelligence, that one goes to Loki. Strength, that one goes to Hal. Speed, that one goes to Hal too. Which one is more durable? That edge goes to Loki. Power goes to Hal, and combat goes to, well, I think it says they're even. And I imagine why, while Hal Jordan's power meter is at a full red bar, that's because of his willpower is so strong. Like I said, he's like the face of the Green Lantern Corps, so he has tremendous willpower, and he's probably one of the best, if not the best, Green Lanterns out of all of them. But also, strength for Hal Jordan is 660,000 pounds. Alright, so this is a very good matchup to look at because it is magic against the ring. Which one is going to come out on top? And that's going to be a very good battle. Alright, so since I had a little bit of extra time when I checked the end of my video, I decided to throw Sinestro in here because Sinestro is the Green Lantern's arch rival. He used to be a Green Lantern himself until he stabbed the core in the back, and he was actually one of the greatest Green Lanterns up until that point. His ring, unlike the Green Lantern ring, runs on fear instead of willpower, but his ring can basically do anything a Green Lantern ring can do. Fly at light speeds, translate languages, make objects. You get the idea. And the Green Lantern ring is also weak against yellow energy, which is like the Green Lantern ring's only weakness besides the whole power shortage thing. So that does help him out a lot. And so let's get to this screenshot. Loki has 10 points, Sinestro has 10 as well, so it's like they're tied, and if they ever fought it would be a draw. But anyway, let's get to the power grade. Intelligence, that one goes to Loki. Strength, that one goes to Sinestro. Speed, that one goes to him as well. Which one is more durable, however, that one goes to Loki. Power goes to Sinestro. And combat, even though they're like neck and neck, in fact I think it's like almost a tie, that one goes to Sinestro as well. Alright, so strength. Sinestro's strength is 220,000 pounds, and since this is the end of the video I might as well read Loki's strength again. His is 66,000 pounds, and Sinestro, his superpowers are Cordian Power Ring, hope I said that right. And since it's end of the video, I'll just read Loki's again for the heck of it. His are longevity, durability, energy beams, flight, magic. He has portal creation, psionic powers, shapeshifting, stamina, super strength, and toxin and disease resistance. Alright, so last but not least, who do I think would win between Loki and Green Lantern? A master of magic against the ultimate weapon in the DC universe. Well, I think that if it were like a big level Green Lantern like Hal Jordan, I think that the Green Lantern would win. But if it was somebody like Gardner, because Gardner to me always seemed like a B-level Green Lantern. I mean, he did take on Doomsday during his debut, but he got whooped. So I think if that's the case, then Loki would win. But let me know your thoughts. Tell me who you think would win between Loki and the Green Lantern. And also leave any ideas for a matchup below. This has been B Mitch, and I'll see you next time with another Who Would Win.